What a great day off. Gonna sit here with my Tims and watch the new Stranger Things. And you're here. That must mean I forgot something. The ad read. You knew it was coming. Big games are on big screens down at the factory. Gotta get there. For the meal deals, the drink deals. They even got this new thing. It's called the playoff platter. Folks, let me tell you. Gotta trust me on this one. What a deal. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my day off. And you're gonna get back to watching the Waterboyz. Coming at you right now. Season 2, Episode 5, coming at you right about now.
From the Thunderdome.
From the Thunderdome, here in good old P.E.I.
I mean,
Justin.
How are you? First of all, let's just not talk about sports for a second. Let's just, how are you guys doing on this fine Monday afternoon?
Oh, I'm just great, man. Had a it was a big loss for Island Mariners football. I had my first game since Italy. It was 4 years ago. Played my first football game. And you know what? I got a good stat line. So you know what? I'm coming out big.
Oh, yeah?
It's a team game, though, isn't it?
Couple sacks, couple tackles, tackle for loss. But yeah, lost 28-1.
It's just weird that 1 point too. It was like, when you texted me the final score, it was like,
yeah.
How did you get 1 point and not score anything else?
Yeah, good old Canadian rules there with the 1 point safety.
Well, you got a U.S.-Canadian combo going on in that league. So it's
what better than a dual citizen to play in that league?
Wow.
And you know what? I showed out. And also, former Waterboyz guest, Steven Sears was there.
Oh, really?
He showed out too. Yeah, he showed out on the O-line. I don't think he allowed one sack.
Wow.
So he's showing what he's going to X next year. But Taylor, how are you on this Monday?
I know, feeling a bit better. Got a nice little rest last night.
Oh yeah.
Been very sick, probably lately, all over the place. But
yeah.
Big Islanders win last night. Though.
Big Islanders W last night.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Watching all the dancers and all that in the bar, getting there, Islanders pride going.
Juddy, what's new with you, man?
Oh, not too much. Just living the life. Working for City of Charlottetown now, and
good old Parks and Rec Depot.
Oh yeah. Me and Rupert going around.
Ron Swanson over here.
Yeah.
If you're ever stuck behind a City of Charlottetown truck, just know Justin's in the passenger seat taking a nap.
Not true, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
Let him have his moment of fame here.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, we can just go right into it now, boys. Like, what are we waiting for? It's the MacKinnon versus McDavid matchup, or do you guys want to start out with Game 7? Which one?
You know what? Let's start out with Game 7. City of New York, MSG. It's gonna be a big game.
Well,
Biz was wrong on Spit and Chicklets.
Considering they're in Carolina tonight, I mean.
Okay. Thought it was in the Garden. Anyway, Game 7, still a big showing. Those are two big home crowds either way.
Yeah.
You know, Carolina home crowd, you got the surge there.
Yeah,
Will we see it tonight? I don't think so.
Yes.
No.
Yes, all the way. I know you want the Rangers to win, but Carolina, I mean, come on, guys. They haven't lost a home game yet this playoffs, and they've lost every game on the road, so if, history's going to repeat itself here. They're going to win tonight. The only thing that, I think that the Rangers could possibly win is Igor Shesterkin just plays like unbelievable.
Well, what's Carolina's goaltending situation now,
Still
too?
Ranta.
Because I saw their number 52, their third stringer, was in the game. They lost 5-2.
Yeah, well, they just pulled.
They pulled Ranta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell you though, that's Shesterkin. What a goaltender these last 4 games.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
He's been standing on his head a little.
I have to, as a Montreal fan here, I just have to, get a little point in here. That, a lot of people were upset about Kotkaniemi. A lot of people were upset about us not signing him for that $6.2 million offer sheet that Carolina got. Guess what? Carolina fans, it sucks to be you, because Kotkaniemi only has 1 point these playoffs, and Igor Shesterkin has 2 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least Kotkaniemi's in the playoffs.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, Rangers are showing out. Big goalie, big D, big win.
No.
Big defensive game for the
We'll
Rangers.
see.
And
We'll
that's
see.
what's going to happen.
I'd like to see the Rangers win. I think on paper they are a better team. Gerard Gallant, I think he's a better coach.
Oh, yeah. Good old
But
P.E.I.
That's a tough debate.
I think he's one of
That's
the better coach.
like both of those coaches are.
Oh, no disrespect.
Yeah.
Look at what Gerard did in Vegas when he was there. Oh, my
Yeah, but
gosh.
like
What he did in New York since he's been there too. Turned them around, yeah.
yeah.
Bringing some grit.
Yeah.
To the
Both.
East Coast.
I'm not like dissing that. Like you think Gerard Gallant's better. I just think that both of them are phenomenal.
No, yeah,
coaches.
Rod Brind'Amour is an unreal head
Yeah.
coach.
They're good coaches.
Not that I want, like I said, I want to see New York win this series.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should win this series, but like Juddy said, Carolina hasn't lost a home game. I don't think the Rangers have won an away game.
Yeah, that home crowd is. No, they won one
In Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but Carolina hasn't lost a home game. The Rangers have won one road game. Other than that, nothing in this
I feel
series.
Carolina hanging on by a thread here, and that's why it's going to be Rangers.
Yeah, no, they got the better goaltending and the better defense. Carolina just to me seems like a babyface team still. That's
Yeah, it is.
yeah. I think they're Calgary kind of boat going out second round.
Besides Aho, who do they have in star power?
I mean,
Spetchy's
let's
pretty good.
let's be
Other
honest.
than that, yeah. Other than that,
Ah, Mr. Schmidt!
I love that. But in all honesty, boys, like, does it even matter who wins tonight?
Nope. Nope.
I think you're getting swept by Tampa either way.
oh my, please no.
I
Not a
do.
sweep.
I think you're getting
Not a sweep.
If
I
they
think-
swept Florida,
I
you're
think-
sweeping. They're sweeping whoever else.
No. Florida's so much worse than Carolina and Rangers.
No,
They're probably
That
not
was
gonna be
the
a parity in-
President's Cup. Like,
Who cares about that? In this playoffs, Florida's been worse than the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
As history
I know.
repeats itself too, whoever wins the President's Trophy, like 9 times out of
Yeah,
10, they do
it's
absolute dog
biggest-
shit in the
It's
playoffs.
the biggest curse.
you know
It's
what?
like touching the heart.
Whoever
Yeah.
won that Leafs, and I'm sorry, Leafs fans, to mention you, but like whoever won the Leafs Tampa Bay is going straight to the Cup.
Yeah.
Like, I think that
I'm
was the
not
toughest
saying-
decision.
I'm not saying Tampa's gonna roll over here.
No.
I
I'm
think
not saying Tampa's...
either team. I think Tampa just wins in 4 or 5.
I think you're getting a much better series if you take Tampa Rangers than if you take Tampa Carolina.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I was a three-peat denier at the beginning of this playoff push here, but you know what?
We're gonna get the matchup everyone
Yeah.
wants, and that's gonna be Tampa Bay. And sorry, Edmonton Oil fan, but it's gonna be Colorado. It's gonna be Colorado. That's
Yeah.
my prediction.
Yeah, and that's... Yeah.
Or McMagic coming out strong.
No,
No, that's
a perfect
we got
transition.
McKinnon versus McDavid, and let me tell you, it's gonna be an all-out war. I think that McKinnon's gonna prove why he's right up there for the best player in the world. He does have a lot to prove right now. I know McDavid does too, but McDavid, like, he's already put the team on his back through the first 2 rounds.
He has. And I don't know how much longer he can go. It's not going to be a
I
sweep.
mean, he's got
but
26 points in 12 games.
yeah.
You know what? No, I'll be that guy. It's going to Game 7.
It's going to Game 7. I
Going to
say
a Game
5.
7.
I say
Who's winning Game 7?
Colorado's Generals.
Colorado's got home ice. If injuries stay away from this series, Colorado in 7.
I
as
mean,
much as I'm tempted to say Edmonton's
The
going to pull
D4
out.
of Colorado is just too good, man. Like,
It is.
and they're so deep down the lineup. Like, they're third line.
I don't disagree with that, but I feel like I just don't feel like they're going to be able to shut down the front 2 lines of Edmonton. Edmonton's got enough offensive power in those first
Front
2
two
lines. Draisaitl, McDavid, Kane, Hyman,
Oh, yeah.
Pugliarvi.
Yeah.
The first 2 offensive lines
No.
in Edmonton.
No.
I don't think they'll be shut down.
I think that's a 1-team line. And
Yeah?
if you shut that one line down,
Evander
your odds of
Kane's been
winning.
insane. this season.
yeah,
But only because McDavid's making him look
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
McDavid's going to continue to make him look good.
But if, I'm saying if you shut that line down, Colorado wins every game.
Yeah.
Because at most that second line's going to get 1 to 2 goals a game, and Colorado's offense is at least going to score 3 to 4 goals.
Nah, Mike Smith.
Mike
Smith.
Mike Smith.
Golden boy.
He's garbage.
I'm-
He got lucky.
I'll tell you, I'm saying you see McDavid, Nuge, Kane come down the ice, you're a Colorado D. You can only pick 2 of them, and McDavid's going to be one of them. And then who's McDavid got to pass to.
And really, they're a much more offensive defensive corps than most of the league. Like McCarr on your front line, not dissing his defensive ability, but I think McDavid's going to be able to make him look more foolish than he's felt since he started in the NHL.
I don't know that.
McCarr's used to being the star boy right now in the offense, but I think McDavid playoff hockey. It's playoff hockey. There's going to be something that makes him look silly.
What pair is better than Devin Taves and Cam McCarr right now?
None from Edmonton. I'm not disputing that.
Nobody. And that's why Colorado's in this position.
I don't even think there's a team. I don't think there's a pair better in the NHL.
It's a Colorado series to lose, and I think Edmonton's taking all advantage they can of that. They weren't expected. Look at where they were in January. They weren't expected to make it anywhere near this point. This is
all coaching.
We were talking about it in January, how their goaltender situation is just atrocious.
And
then Mike Smith just shows out of nowhere, RKO slithering in.
And the Battle of Alberta. Best of 5. Like, what was that bullshit there?
First game, it looked like there was some contention, but man, the rest of that series.
Calgary did absolutely everything wrong in the hockey player's playbook. Daryl Sutter, I love the guy, but what in the bleep happened there?
When Calgary scored 10 seconds into that series, I was like, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
And then I just became disappointed over the span of a week.
4-1 Edmonton.
Yeah, what were you going to say?
I just couldn't believe that series. That's really disappointing.
I had Calgary in my pool.
A lot of people did. A lot of people thought it was going to be Calgary versus Colorado.
Yeah.
And even going further back, Calgary and Dallas. Yeah.
But you know what? That kid McDavid, he's put the team on his back. And you know what? Even though he's got 26 points in 12 games, Draisaitl has the exact same amount of points and just the exact same amount of games, and he's getting no love for it.
Yeah.
No love. What's up with that? It's all because of McDavid.
Yeah.
But I think you take Draisaitl away, it's game over too. Like, and he's playing with a high ankle sprain, and he's doing this.
No, like I said, this is going to Game 7. I think Colorado's, not that they've faced not any adversity. St. Louis put up a good fight. Nashville put up a fair fight.
No, they didn't.
No, they took a game.
Who? Nashville?
No, not Nashville. St.
Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis. Yeah.
St. Louis put more of a fight than Nashville. Nashville just rolled over.
Nashville just was.
Yeah.
They didn't get blown into the water.
It's what Daryl Sutter said. Yeah. It's going to be a waste of 8 days. And it was a waste of 8 days. Like, everyone knew that.
They didn't get blown into the water, though.
You know who's benefiting the most out of this? Evander Kane.
Oh, big time. I'm so happy for him, too.
He's in big debts. And you know what? These playoffs, 12 goals in 12 games. Yeah. It's looking like he's going to get a big paycheck.
Oh, yeah. All because of McDavid. Yeah. So, anyway, you say Colorado in 7?
Saying Colorado in 7.
Justin?
Colorado in 5. I don't see this going any farther. Like, Bowen Byram. Shut up, Bowen Byram. Cale McCarr. That was for Kobe, by the way. Cale McCarr, Devin Taves, John Manson. Sorry.
Fun fact too: John Manson's father was the assistant coach for Edmonton.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, and Eric Johnson and Jack Campbell, or Jack Johnson. Sorry.
Soup.
Yeah, imagine Soup playing defense. But and then you have MacKinnon, Landeskog, and Rantanen. Now, which line's better?
I
personally think it's the McDavid line.
Yeah.
I think ever since they brought Evander Kane over, they're much more matched well because Evander Kane matches Landeskog's kind of energy. MacKinnon, McDavid, that's going to be the storyline of this series.
Like that's literally it. Like, it's a 1A, 1B type players. Like, this is like 1-2 punch. Yeah. Probably the best 2 players in the NHL. Arguably, you can throw Matthews in there, but I think these are the best 2 players in the NHL.
Matthews has an unreal shot, but he doesn't match the energy McDavid brings to the ice.
Yeah. Or MacKinnon.
He doesn't have the wheels that either one of those guys have. He just has a wicked shot.
Yeah. I'm saying Colorado in 6.
Wow.
I can see Edmonton
5,
2
6,
games.
7.
I think I know Colorado's going to run circles around their defensive. No sweeper, no at all. But I think Colorado, yes, they run circles around Edmonton defensively. But I just think Colorado's not going to take as much advantage as people think. I think Edmonton's got the power. I think they're hungry because they're here. Like I said, no one expected them to be here. They probably didn't expect it themselves.
Yeah.
So we have all of us going with Colorado, Tampa in the final. Predicted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait until we find
You're not
out.
decided. All right. Canada.
Colorado for sure, but I think if we go Rangers Tampa, I think that series is going to be very fun. I think Shesterkin and Vasilevsky. I think the Rangers, if they buckle up and they buckle down, I think they could give Tampa a run for their money if they get past Carolina in the surge.
Yeah.
Moving on, the NBA Finals have been set, and it's just moving into the next segment here on the Waterboyz, and we have two teams that probably were expected to be in this position. I would say.
Yeah, we got the Sacramento Kings and the.
Oh yeah. Sacramento was expected. I think they were.
I was expected Phoenix, but
I think they were expected. Sacramento was expected to be a top 5 lottery pick. So
Yeah. Some W.
Anyway, Golden State, Boston. I'm looking forward to this one.
You're looking forward to it?
Warriors.
I've been waiting for Boston to get hot for a while now.
I mean, Boston, ever since January when they were like 25-25 or something like that, they've lost 6 regular season games and 6 playoff games since then.
Yeah.
So they've won like 35 and they're like 35-12 since then.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's a happy locker room right now.
Oh, yes, it
Only
is.
have 12 losses.
It's a happy locker room for now.
But did you guys
I got
see...
one name for you. Curry.
Yeah, Curry. Well, we'll get
Chef.
to him. But
That's one
my
name.
first thing
That's
is
one name though.
yesterday.
4 other guys.
Did you guys see what Jason Tatum did?
I didn't see what
the
Jason
Kobe
Tatum
thing?
did.
Yeah. He
We'll get to Jimmy Butler in a second, but what did Jason Tatum do?
Jason Tatum showed just unreal player. Text his idol was Kobe Bryant, so he texted his number before the game and said, "I got you today," and then fingers crossed symbol, and then went out there, won the game, wore his wristband, like Kobe's wristband, and then won the Eastern Conference, first MVP of that. I don't know if that's like a good sure, I guess.
It's technically like what they do for Finals MVP, just Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Western
What are the names? It's the Magic Johnson.
Magic
and the
Johnson
West.
was the West, and Larry Bird was the East.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they kept it in the Celtics this year for the first time. So, congrats to Jason Tatum for doing that. But overall, just Game 7 last night was pretty entertaining. There's only one play I think we need to talk about, and that's
Jimmy Butler's 3-pointer at the end with 17 seconds.
Yeah, that was a weird jump shot.
I agree with it.
Not that I agree with it. I think he executed poorly though. He didn't stop and set. And if you watch replay, he has plenty of time to stop and set, but he chose to jump at the same time.
He can take another half step too.
Oh yeah,
That's a
if he
wide,
takes another.
But no, he can't take another half step. He's in 2-point range at that point.
If he pulls
No,
up,
he kind of had 8 inches to kind of
You
work
think?
with there. Yeah.
We'll look over the videotape, but I think
he rushed it.
yes,
Yeah,
he
he
was,
rushed
but he was
the
wide open.
Yeah, so
He
he pulls up.
It was an open shot. Like
Well, yeah.
it was a smart shot.
The
He wanted to
defender
go
was
for the-
backpedaling. He pulls up. He has the open look.
I
but he
understand
rushes
people
it.
saying go for the tie, but I mean, if you're Jimmy Butler in this situation, you've literally had 47 the game before. You're at 35 points.
Mm-hmm.
You're shooting over 50% from the field. I know he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but he has made some pretty big threes in the past. I have no problem with Jimmy Butler taking that shot.
Speaking of the past, Jimmy Butler's an old fella. You send that guy into overtime against that Celtics team, I don't think they're winning it. So that's the right move.
Yeah. Well, did you see the thing they compared it to? Was back in Game 7 with the Raptors in 2019, the year the Raps won the championship. He went for a layup to tie the game. Then Kawhi Leonard sinks a game winner, and everyone was like, "Do you think that moment was playing in his head?" So he wanted to go for the lead instead of the tie, like he did that time with the layup.
That's a smart play. I have no problem with it, but looking forward to the NBA Finals. I mean, I think this is going to be, in my personal opinion, I think Boston's going to put up a good fight, but I think Warriors are going to win this series.
How many games?
I'm going to say 6, but my main reasoning is Steph Curry's going to get what he's been deserving, and that's going to be the Finals MVP, and that's going to be the last trophy he needs to be considered one of the best, in my opinion, ever.
He's already considered.
He's already considered, but like this just solidifies it more if you get the Finals MVP, because that's what he's missing. He's only missing that trophy, so.
Yeah.
I mean, what about you guys' thoughts?
I got Warriors in 6.
Yeah.
Warriors in 6. Yeah.
I'm the underdog. I'm the hopeful. Celtics in 7.
Celtics in 7.
Who's home team?
It's Golden State. Even though Golden State, I know maybe some people are confused. Golden State is the 3rd seed in the West, and Boston was the 2nd seed in the East. But since Golden State did have a better regular season record, they got home court advantage.
Yeah.
So, but I think I think it's going to be an interesting series for sure. I think Boston is just. I think they're going to win all their home games.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a home series sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Warriors in 6. Boston's going to win all their home games.
I think they're going to win their 2 home games at like the first 2.
3 and 4.
Yeah, and then they'll lose
5 and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it's going to go. But I don't know. Boston fans are friggin' nuts, so.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be rammed up, and this first finals in 12 years for them, so.
Yeah. It's 100% Boston's taking all their home games for me.
Yeah.
So.
But the only other thing is that I need to mention is Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry, when they're all healthy. I know it's 6 out of 8 years they've gone to the finals, but when they're all healthy, it's 6 out of 6. So.
Yeah.
This is a dynasty.
Yeah.
They're right up there with the
they didn't need
MJ Bulls.
They didn't need Kevin Durant.
No.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
No team needs Kevin Durant.
Apparently LeBron doesn't either, yeah.
No, my opinion on KD has dropped a lot the last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, his Twitter game's still strong. So
yeah.
Props to him.
Well, we gotta move into baseball. The next part of this.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Oh yeah.
Little ball. Well, you know what?
Well, first of all, Taylor, I owe you an apology. I asked where your Blue Jays were, and they're here. They're heating up a little bit now. So, congrats to you.
As
that heat.
as Ross Striplin said in a tweet last night, a SoCal sweep.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what? First sweep of the season for the Blue Jays.
4 games too.
Yeah, 4-game series. They came back too.
11-10.
They won 11-10. Yeah, good team effort.
Also, just a quick pause on that good team effort, but Jose Barrios for a minute there. The guys either lights out or complete trash. 2 and a third innings worked yesterday, and it was 8-6 Blue Jays after 3 innings.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Or 8-6 Angels after 3 innings. Sorry, yeah.
It's pretty interesting to see that he's like he didn't even do this last year when he came to Toronto. Yeah. Like when he came to Toronto, it's either a lights out performance or a solid effort. This year it's a lights out performance or I'm getting canned after 1 or 2 innings.
Yep. Yeah. No, literally, because he has 2 straight starts where he's unreal.
Yeah.
And
then 6 runs in 2 innings.
Yeah. It's hard to watch as a Blues Jays fan, but you know what? We're on a 5-game winning streak, won the last 9 out of 12, so we're starting to get, some ground back on the Yankees that lost to the Rays, I think, once or twice in that series. And
Yankees will be good. They'll never be great.
Yeah.
They'll never win a ship.
The question for me now is when will the Mets fall?
No, I don't think they're falling off. I think your question is not going to be answered.
Oh, they're going to fall off.
I don't think they're going to fall off.
Trade deadline.
Yeah. You think they're going to fall off?
Oh,
they're the division leader.
It's the New York Mets. Come on.
They are currently the division leader.
They're going to
add
if
some
history tells us anything. At the trade deadline. Come on.
Yeah.
Mets fans, don't get down. You guys got a lot to look forward to.
Mets fans, you're Mets fans. You know what's going to happen.
Do we even have any Mets fans? If you're a Mets fan, fire off in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to see if we have one Mets fan.
Probably
listens to this.
But you know what? Mets fans...
At least you're not Cubs fans.
Yeah, let's put it that way. Let's talk about this guy's Cubs, because they're garbage.
Yeah. I got the defense of a Pee-wee hockey team on Quaaludes.
Didn't they lose
None.
to? Didn't they give up 23 runs or something like that to Cincinnati Reds?
Yeah.
Did they do that?
The worst team in baseball. We gave up.
Yeah, they gave up 23 runs. I think it was like 23-6 or something like that.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
If my memory's correct on that, I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I think I want to double check that actually.
Really.
Pull up the computer and let's check that because I want to make sure that that's. I know Cincinnati.
We got our fact-checking machine right here.
Cincinnati beat someone and they scored 23 runs, but I thought it was the Cubs. If not, my apologies, but
It
Can you spell rebuild?
It very well might be, but yeah, Cubs rebuild for sure.
It's been rebuilt for a few years.
I mean, you traded away your whole core last year, so what do you expect?
Marcus Stroman, come back to Toronto.
No, I don't want him.
I want him.
Send him back to the Mets.
Stro show, come home.
Okay, not 23 runs,
What?
not even close. Final score 20-5 against Cincinnati.
Yeah, my bad.
Get your
20-5.
facts straight, Justin.
Not even
but yeah.
close,
Yeah.
just 20.
Yeah, just
Cubs record right now 19-28.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm really just hoping for right here to just put the team on his back is just Frank Schwindel. That's really all we got in the pitching core.
You guys have nothing. The only
What's
player you
Stroman's
have
numbers?
is
What's Stroman's numbers?
Stroman?
yeah. Like I want to know Stroman's numbers because he's probably gonna get dealt. Get him out of there, but I don't want him back in Toronto. Screw him.
Come to Toronto.
No.
Hyunjin Ryu for Stroman straight up.
Oh, that might be interesting. You said like he's making too much money. 20 million a year.
too much money.
20 million a year. That's not right.
It was just because he was technically supposed to be like their first big splash of like Toronto was never known for spending, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden they made a splash for Ryu, and they were like, we still matter in free agency.
Yeah.
And now they're
Yeah,
eating
they got
eating
big
their
guys.
contract up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Stroman's numbers here, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Just Frank Schwindel and William Contreras. That's really all the Cubs got right now.
I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, the only batter you guys really have that not going to get traded is Suzuki,
Yeah.
the import that you guys got this year.
Suzuki could definitely do some good for us, but
I mean, if you're a Cubs fan, this has to be expected. Like,
yeah,
probably going to be looking at this for the next 5 seasons, I would say.
yeah. I'm just reminiscent of that championship, that World Series.
But probably
That's
gonna
what I'm
be
coming
another,
off of.
probably
you know,
going to be another 108 years before you win another one.
you know what?
Who wins the title first, the Cubs or the Leafs?
Cubs or the Leafs? Oh, probably the Cubs.
This is a good bet. I'm putting $20 down on the Cubs.
To win for the Leafs?
Probably the Cubs. I would take the Cubs, to be
Oh, yeah.
honest.
Coming off a rebuild last 4 years.
What you got? The Leafs got Jason Spezza as a personal assistant to Kyle Dubas.
Yeah, congratulations to Jason Spezza on that, by the way.
He realized he was probably going to play as much time on the ice in the front office as he was when he was on the actual squad, so
Yeah.
You know,
good to him.
Great career, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, great career. It's sad to see him not get a championship while he was on the ice, but he's looking to get one from
Hopefully.
the front office.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he has the brains to, see some vision that, Kyle Dubas isn't. Kyle Dubas is doing a
Imagine
great
him
job.
steal Dubas' job after like one more year in the shitter.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Gary?
In other sports news, because I want to get off the Cubs here. In other sports news, Patrick Mahomes has blessed this world with
Oh my
his
God.
genes once more. Another Patrick Mahomes baby coming soon, coming at you. I'm excited.
For what?
18 years with these
For
kids
what?
going into college, just gonna do great things.
Or it'll turn out like Patrick Mahomes' little brother being a TikTok dancer.
He'll pick up those genes.
Yeah.
Much like my Cubbies, I'm crossing my fingers that doesn't happen. I want to see some more sidewinders.
Go into a local Kansas City restaurant and just shit on them and rip them apart.
Well, I don't want to be killed, so I'm good. I love my
Well,
city.
I'm just waiting for my
No, that's what
Broncos
he
to
did.
tear the
I
Thunderdome
thought-
to
I thought
pieces.
Yes, that's right.
Jay,
That's right.
that's why I said
back
that.
this winter. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said
Just-
that.
Tour one of the best bars in Kansas City apart.
Yeah.
Little dive bar.
Did you know that?
Uh.
Jackson Mahomes, if anyone doesn't know, Jackson Mahomes past winter, went into a local Kansas City local bar, I think,
Yeah.
wasn't it? And just absolutely just ripped them apart.
It's a dive bar of 50 people, and Jackson Mahomes shows up with 80 of his friends. Asking for a spot, and they're full with COVID restrictions. And they go, well, we can't seat you. And he throws a big fit. The bar calls him out. And then
He posted on social media, didn't he, about it?
Yeah.
Like how they were not doing what they should be doing.
and the bar clapped back, too.
Yeah, they sent a good message back. They actually stood up to him.
we aren't all pretty boys and, spoiled little brats. But you know what? Props to KC showing strong there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, other than that, congratulations to Patrick Mahomes. I don't know why Grant's so
I'm pumped.
happy about
Well,
this.
I mean, probably because the baby's going to be the only good thing for Mahomes this year when my Broncos to the Thunderdome to pieces.
Well, yeah. No way. I bet the Broncos get a new stadium here soon.
All right, boys, settle down. We don't need to talk about this right now. This has to be settled in early August.
Yeah. Because you know what? We got a guest coming up. We'll set our differences aside.
Yeah.
Because we got an interesting guest today.
Yeah, but we have one thing that, relates to the special guest before. Islanders, the home...
Charlottetown hockey.
Oh, my God. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Local boy.
Woohoo!
Got to have our P.E.I. correspondent on everything Islanders.
Representative.
Yeah.
Go on location right now. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Yeah. If there was ever a true Canuck, you're looking at him. You hoser.
So the Islanders are 1 win away, and possibly tonight, before this even goes out on Wednesday. And if not...
From franchise history.
Yes.
We've had a junior franchise since '96.
Look how excited this guy is.
Never once been in the finals. We struggled through the Rocket years.
Mm-hmm.
We struggled through the Islanders years.
Mm-hmm.
4 of the 5 past seasons in the semifinals. Never a finals appearance. 1 more win, and we are there.
Do they choke it?
No.
I just had to say that. I'm kidding. No.
That's just good television there.
No.
They don't choke it.
I think they win tonight. I do.
I think, honestly, the Sherbrooke team, they're strong. And they're not going to come off of that loss empty-handed.
They're starting Ziegler up tonight.
Are they?
Yeah, Robilard's in the bench
Wow, that's a big move.
Yeah,
that
it
is
is.
a big move. But he hasn't
That's a
started a
game-changer.
playoff game yet this season.
It's a game changer.
To be fair, though, I should clarify, he's not being pulled as much as he is injured. Yeah, apparently he got concussed off a Lucas Cormier slap shot last night.
Lucas
okay.
Cormier
Yeah.
with the cannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
when was
man.
that? What period? I don't remember
I'm
seeing
not
that.
sure what period it was, but I just heard that he's out with
Jeez.
concussion protocol because of a Kurt Cormier slap shot to the head.
Lucas
That's-
Cormier, congratulations on the muscles. Congratulations on the shoulders. Stop injuring people. I want to see good hockey games.
Well,
Ziegelov,
this is gonna
though,
be
credit to him. He was in the CHL top prospect game. He's not too much of a... He's a bit of a downgrade from... No, I mean, he hasn't been started in the playoffs, but still, it's not like they're throwing in a third-string Tandy.
No, not at all.
No.
But you know what it is? It's a change pace.
It is a change.
And
Yeah.
Phoenix
So we'll see.
had a good pace.
We'll see what happens tonight, and if not, if they don't win tonight, let's just say that,
Yeah.
there is a game 5 in Charlottetown Wednesday night, and this will be
As
up
this is
before that.
published,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, we hope that they win tonight, but if not,
Yes.
there will be a game 5. I bet you that place. If it's not sold out, I don't know what will sell it out, because at this point,
The finals appearance will sell it out, Jody.
oh, I don't
the
know
finals
about that.
appearance will
I don't
sell
know
it
about
out.
that.
Well, Flo Rida sold out the Credit Union place in Summerside, so I'm thinking that. Yeah. Maybe just DJ
think?
Khaled.
Patty
Flo Rida.
Waugh comes down with his Quebec grandparents for a best-of-7 finals with the Islanders' first-ever finals appearance.
But you know what? If they have to play Quebec, they got to go on the road first. So it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. I wish they would have got that 1 point. 1 point. 1 point.
2 points, and they
Well,
went ahead.
2 points, but 1 point to tie.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just think that the Islanders are the better team in this series, and I hope that they close it out tonight. But like we said, and also another player, I think there are 2 players for me on the Islanders. One player, and the other one's the goalie, Frankie Lupena. I think he's been a standout performer in
In
this
Frankie
series.
we trust.
Yeah, I saw that post this morning.
Yeah.
And I think Patrick Gay is the other X factor in this series for Charlottetown.
Definitely.
Patty Gay's got 10 goals in 9 playoff games.
Yeah, and he's got like 5 goals or 4 goals in this postseason. Or no, he's got 3 goals in this series, but like 7 points or something like that.
Yeah.
10 goals in 9 games, and I'm not sure what he is at assists for, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
But just this series, I think he's at 7.
They're all
goals in
offense.
3 games.
Budgel's been showing up. I think Cormier's up to 6 goals now. Simino's got 4.
Yeah,
But
so
as much as I think a game 5 would be awesome because it's not a game 7, but all sports fans love one of those winner takes all games. But I don't think me and the boys in the office can handle our hurts if a game 5 comes not in the finals.
I eat way too many hot dogs to be at a heart attack, to not be at a heart attack risk. So
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, no.
You know what?
As much as I love hockey, love Isles hockey, and seen every game we got this season, but I'm okay with not seeing another Islanders game after tonight until the finals.
now, our connection for this episode is actually the head coach's son.
Jim Holton's boy,
Lucas Hulton.
Lucas
Yes.
Hulton, is going to be our guest today.
Now he's going to be a little bit younger than what you're normally going to see on this show, but you know what? This kid, he's got it all. He's really good at baseball.
Yeah.
He's into hockey,
Also plays, yeah.
and he's the son of a QMJHL coach, actually coach of the year 2 years in a row.
Jim Holton.
So,
And not only that, he has his own podcast.
yes.
So we'll
As
plug
a-
that. We'll
As a
plug that.
14-year-old, Lucas is doing great.
Yeah.
You know what? You guys are about to see a great interview because I got a feeling it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. So here we go. Welcome back, guys. We're here with Lucas Hulton. Lucas,
How's it going?
welcome to the pod.
Thank you.
I mean, you have your own podcast, but like, welcome. So,
Is it weird to be the guest on a podcast?
Not really, because like I had some interviews with like CBC and stuff in the past. So I mean, like before that, but honestly, I found it easier being an interviewee than an interviewer, so it kind of translates good.
Well, that's
Okay.
my dad actually interviewed you on
Yeah.
the Guardian there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's just dive right into it. You're the son of the coach of the year, two-time coach of the year, Jim Holton of the Charlottetown Islanders. You're even repping them right now.
Nice to see you rocking the nice playoff threads.
Big game tonight in about, let's see, an hour and 50 minutes till puck drop. So, what's your thoughts on your dad's season so far, the Islanders season so far?
Well, I think if they won championship or not, it's a season to remember. I mean, they set franchise records. Players got personal bests like Patrick Mahomes. It's a season we've never seen before. I mean, definitely a lot of potential, and I think it's the deepest team P.E.I. ever seen. I think we're the deepest team remaining. Only time will tell. But like Sherbrooke, if you look at them right now this series, their top line combined for 46% of their offense. And if you shut them down, I mean,
Yeah, it's a
like it
one
kind of explains itself. Then just on the back end, they have Tyson Hines, who's an Anaheim draft pick, and David Spacek, who's on the kind of merge of making it to the professional scene. So I mean, there's a lot to be excited about for Islanders fans, and yeah.
betcha the Phoenix are regretting that Patrick Gay trade now.
I mean, like, yes, it's super awesome that we're getting him, but like on flip side, it ended up being a pretty good trade for both teams. They translated that into get Joshua Waugh, who's gonna be like Player of the Year and MVP. But then Justin Gilbert, like it's Patrick Gay, and you can't you can't despite who that is.
Yeah.
He has 65 goals in the combination of playoffs and regular season, so like you can't despite that.
Yeah.
I don't think you can either.
Yeah.
I think it's both. I think it's a fair trade. It's like the Trae Young, Luka Doncic trade, basically. Like both teams got what they needed out of it.
Yeah. So out of this lengthy season and more games to come, what do you think has been the highlight for you as a fan this year?
Honestly, just seeing the team kind of their chemistry come together, just the new guys, like it's really like Zachary Waugh, a little bit slow start, but when he comes, he starts doing better. Then probably honestly, my favorite two players on the team are the two Czechs,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like you can't get hold of them. Just like the team chemistry and just
Their
seeing the way
characters
they get
too.
along.
Yeah.
And like Oliver Shatney, for example, he sings the Czech music while sitting in the hot tub or the cold tub after every game. So I mean, that stuff doesn't get old.
So, how much time have you actually spent around the team this year?
At the start of the year, before the kind of COVID hit, I was going like probably every 2 weeks. I'd go on the road. Like I went up Cape Breton for almost every trip. Halifax twice, St. John once. I was going around the Maritimes. Hopefully, I might go all out if we make it to the finals, wherever that is. I might buy myself a plane ticket or hop on. I just gotta be there.
Yeah. Stow away in one of the bags or
Yeah,
something.
and like going on with them, like we played in Halifax. Zachary, how do I say, LaRue?
Yeah.
He was injured, so I just walked up to him and I jammed a mic in his face and I said, "Can I interview you for a podcast?" And he was like, "Sure." And he's first round intro draft pick, so I mean, like I kind of didn't want to give him a chance to say no.
Yeah.
So I just did it right then and there, and yeah, like the opportunities that I got to meet like quite a few people that listen to the podcast, and like more people than I think when you go out in public. Like, "Oh, I recognize you," and I'm like, "Well, I don't recognize you," but so it's kind of weird for that because usually I recognize people, but I mean, like looking at some that have like over like 30-some countries that listen to my podcast, and like probably my favorite part of the podcast is interviewing Connor Bedard, but I mean that's self-explanatory. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, like that is pretty self.
If only the Waterboyz could get that high level.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm guessing your dad had some kind of connection to that, or?
I mean, so first I went through Kevin Elliott, his former trainer. But then I kind of months at work, then Connor's like, "You have to go through my agent." So I just looked him up. Then I got his number. I texted the agent, and the agent was like, "Here, I'll get Connor to text you." Then I just get a number. It's like, "Hey, Lucas, it's Connor Bedard," and I'm like, I was like froze when I got it. Then like honestly, as the interview went on, it just felt like you're having a regular conversation. I mean, he's only 2 years older than me. It's like if you think about it, like it's not as shell shocked, but like it's pretty cool.
I mean, the player is like it's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about probably the next franchise player here.
Yeah.
When you look at the next two drafts coming up, Shane Wright, no diss to him, but you're tanking for next year's draft if you're tanking at all. Yeah.
10 teams.
You or your Habs can take Shane Wright all you want.
I mean, well, Shane Wright's a good player, but he's not going to be a star.
No.
He's going to be a legit player, like maybe a little bit lower end Bergeron, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Defensive forward. But I mean, I know that kid. I was going to get him on my podcast. I think I'm still working on that. I probably will. I have some connections because I'm actually from Kingston. And so I have lots of connections through that. But yeah, he's a great player. But Connor Bedard, I think it's the next Connor McDavid. So.
Yeah, 100%.
So you're an athlete as well, and we'll get to that. But where did the inspiration for that podcast come from?
I got to know a lot of stories as I was young. So I mean, like being around like the NHL, like I met Bobby Orr before I knew that I actually met him. Like, so like I always got to kind of hear like stories, and like it was super cool. So I was like, what if I can share those stories with my connections through my dad to other people? So I mean, that kind of worked out good, and like I just want to teach other people a lesson. Like last week I brought on Claude Giroux's personal trainer, Tony Greco. Actually had him on yesterday. He was kind of talking about the sports performance. I was with like Claude, and kind of like I want to show the upcoming hockey players and just athletes that they can build their workouts, just things that you couldn't look up and know.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now let's get into the athlete part of things. You're a bit of a star baseball player here on the island so far.
I mean, I wouldn't say star, but a baseball player, you could say.
Yeah, you got some looks though. You got hopeful college offers. Hopefully,
He's so
in the
far
future
away
here.
from
Yes.
this, but
Oh no!
I mean,
I'm hyping him up.
I can dream, but
Yeah,
You're
big
hyping-
outfielder.
I mean, I just mean like age-wise, he's so
Okay,
far
yeah,
away from
yeah.
making it.
and you can dream like
Until
until it comes in reality. Making a plan though. I mean,
I think he's got a shot, but like I'm just saying age-wise, like
I like how you hype me up like you never seen me play, but
Not once have I seen you play, but you know, even if you showcases
It's not
down
a
in
bad
Florida
thing,
here.
but
Yeah. did a few showcases down in Florida, and you say you want to go to Oregon State?
I mean, that's a dream school. Like, everyone, like, has a dream school.
Outfielder, talk us through some baseball highlights throughout the years.
Well, I mean, just kind of, like, I got a bat put in my hands, like, almost before I could walk. Like, felt kind of introduced into the sport young. Started out in Ontario in EOBA, which called Kingston Thunder. Recently, their first ever MLB player, Matt Brash, who's on Seattle now. He kind of got up through the ranks, so, I mean, I met him a lot. Bat boy for his team as a kid, which was pretty cool for me. I mean, I definitely, it's kind of weird thinking, like, I'm like MLB scout, I'm like, wow, but NHL scout, I'm like just anyone in MLB is like so cool to me.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of got like introduced to the NHL, so I mean like I kind of like want to like humbly walk into like baseball. And,
Yeah.
like, explore,
Well, yeah, it's just your
learn more
personal
about it.
preference kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
everyone's got a favorite sport, and if, say, like, I met someone in soccer, I'd be kind of like, oh, hey, like, you're a pro athlete, you're cool, but I met, like, a Blue Jay, I'd be like, oh my god, I love you, I watch you all the time.
I mean, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, so like growing up in Ontario or like starting out in Ontario, was the Blue Jays like your first love then? Is that how like you really got into baseball?
Honestly, no. I remember like when I was little, my brother's 3 years older. I just went to one of his games and I like got a better hit than him. So I mean, I just kind of liked the game since.
Did he hate you ever since then, or like?
Probably.
It's just that sibling rivalry, eh?
Sibling
So, with having, like, Jim as your father, was there any ever pressure growing up to be in hockey, or was it kind of like, you choose your sport, and I'll fully endorse you in that almost?
I mean, he just like choose your sport. Like he's
Yeah.
not gonna force you. I mean, a lot of people are like, "Wait, you don't play hockey?" And I'm like, I don't really care. I mean, I'm gonna play the sport that I like, and I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
Clarify, you did play hockey, but you quit last year.
Yeah, I played for my whole life. I was actually goalie at one point, and I played at a higher level. And I was like, this is too boring. Like, as a young kid, I got no shots. I was like, I don't want to be a goalie. Then I learned, I was like, oh crap, I can't skate because I had goalie edges. So I'd be do like all my goalie edges, and like for people do not translate from a goalie into a player. Just you can go player, maybe do goalie.
Yeah, it's hard for sure. But like as Taylor said, like. So what's it like being in a hockey household, like or head coach hockey household? Is it hockey all the time, or is it just any sports, or like what's it like?
I mean, he's like really, really sporty. Like he won't say it to anyone, but a lot of people thought he was better when in his playing career at football than hockey. Like, oh, my uncles, they're very biased, but coming in high school, they said that he could probably play in the CFL. I mean, but he
What
liked
position was
hockey
he?
more. He was a fullback, I'm pretty sure.
Fullback, nice.
But he was defensive line.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I mean, I don't know too much about football, but I mean, he likes every sports. He loves baseball. I mean, we were both talking, would you prefer go Stanley Cup final or World Series final? And he says World Series final. I mean, he's like, maybe that'll be different when I'm younger, but like being around hockey so much, I mean, I'd like go to a good baseball game. And
Yeah.
he loves the Jays. I
Kind of
mean,
like unplug almost from the whole world.
I mean, like, he also wants to have like a life besides hockey, which is
Yeah.
good. I mean,
I can understand that too, though, almost, because in these playoffs alone, I've seen how much he's getting interviewed, being in the media scrums there. He's getting his whole life right now is just hockey in the playoffs, being bombarded. So I can definitely see wanting to just unplug and be like, you know what, I like the Jays. Today it's just Blue Jays stuff.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, he accepts that you have to media. Like, he gets that.
Yeah.
But, like, he just likes other sports. Like,
He's a person. Yeah.
like a lot of his friends like quit hockey, but he didn't play AAA hockey until he was Major Bantam. Then he ended up getting drafted to the OHL and playing for Kitchener, and then went on to be captain for York. But I mean, he played every sport. Like, he played rugby, he played football, he played baseball, he played hockey up until his junior year in high school. I mean, so like it shows people like you're still gonna be a good sports player, but you don't need to drop everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a bad example, but I
I mean, so like, but you yourself. Let's talk about you. Like, what's it like for you around the house? Like with your dad, is it like sometimes hard to talk to your dad because it's always hockey, or is it just?
No, he's really good. Like, he'll be open about anything. Like, I mean, he never really mentions hockey unless I do, but like that's all I talk about. Like, I mean, I'm more into like talking about hockey, and I honestly, it depends what, like, I like watching a college baseball game over an MLB baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But like the atmosphere is better. But like honestly, like I like get involved and know more about hockey than baseball. Like playing the sport, I like baseball more. So.
Like, does he know much about helping you with the podcast, or is that just you?
I mean, he kind of wants to leave it to me, but he'll help me like take different approaches, and like he knows like from his interviews in the past, he'll be like, you just want short questions fired at. That's why you have a guest, because they'll answer. Like, you don't want to go on for like the whole episode. You just go quick, be like, like, what's your favorite color? Like, don't go, what is your favorite color? Why is it? Like, just get it out there, and he'll just give little tips like that. Obviously, I just use him to get quite some names, but I do quite a bit work on mine. Like, I have 38 episodes out so far. I probably got about 15 of them on my own, just emailing people. Like, not sure if you guys know what Table Buzz is.
Yeah.
But I'm buddies with those guys, talk to them. They just emailed James Duthie and Ron McLean. They just said they'd come on. I mean, it's hard to say no if people just keep on blowing. And like I must have sent Howie's like 50 emails until they sent me products and stuff.
Yeah.
Just don't stop.
Yeah, that's exactly the key here in journalism, I think, and that's something that we've been taught is you just don't stop. And you know what, it might be annoying to some people, but you just don't stop till you get what you want.
Yeah.
So what about trade deadline around the house?
I mean, it's definitely not the funnest time. I mean, like, maybe that's when I want to go do something outside the house, kind of get away from it. But, like, once it's over with, I mean, you're happy, but, like, you want to see how that reflects. It's a super important time because this is, like, predicting the future of your team.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, you can't predict anything. It's similar to a draft. There's 17 other teams, so, like, it's all kind of into one.
Yeah, well, that's not to throw names that they weren't playing great, but like you said, you're planning for the future. Because like when Zach Biwa and Dawson Stairs first came over, I was like, they're not the greatest. They weren't doing too much. Now the playoff times come.
Yeah.
Waugh's been just a beast. Stairs, he's out there doing what he's supposed to do. And Frankie LaPena, my God, like MVP and Frankie we trust kind of thing. Just
So far,
yeah. Hopefully that holds
we
up.
count on him. I mean, a great guy, but I hate jinxing things.
Yeah.
So, like,
I think that it's just a lot to take in. You know, at the trade deadline, you got a lot of players that you acquired.
yeah.
And do you think this is it? Like, this is the year, and then it's a rebuild for like a couple years?
I mean, honestly, like, I'm gonna sound very biased with Jim Hulton. I don't consider rebuild existing. I mean, they're predicted to become dead last in the league, and they went to Game 7 against the Armada in the semifinals. I mean, I still think we can win it next year.
That's
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay, so change of pace here. The move from Ontario to PEI. That must have been a bit of a culture shock, was it?
I mean,
Well, what age did you move here first?
7.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've been here, this is our 7th year. So I kind of moved out. I mean, we lived in Cavendish at first, now we're in Cornwall, but I mean, it was just fields and fields and fields and fields and fields and fields. So, I mean, but I like it. I like peaceful, but I mean, it was definitely going crazy during COVID.
Yeah.
So once the bridge got open, I was definitely trying to get away as much as possible, but
Yeah, for sure. So, baseball, how's it different than Ontario to here? I know you moved here at 7, so competition at 7 isn't as high as 14.
I mean, I have a lot of buddies like going in Florida with all Ontario kids basically.
Mm-hmm.
So kids just, it's a lot of the money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like people in Ontario take too serious. Like minor hockey, in my opinion, at AAA level is getting ruined. Like teams like practicing like 7 days a week with 4-year-olds. Like you don't need that. Just like, I mean, it's good to get them their development, but like sometimes it's overkill. like skill wise, obviously population, but there's a lot of hidden talent in the Maritimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
For sure, like I totally agree with that. But if you're looking at, is there a difference from Ontario to here? Like, do you find like there's not as much competition here?
Well, there's 4 teams in my league. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah. So
But
like,
I mean, it gets a little old playing the same teams.
Oh, big time. It'd be like with the COVID bubble last year, the All-Canadian division. You're basically just traveling, playing, 15-some games, and then you look at the Islanders last season with COVID. Oh, they played, my God, Cape Breton and Halifax, but they played them like 10 times each. Yeah.
For you, like, for rugby, like, you probably seem to play the same Maritime team
Yep.
over and over and over,
Yeah.
unless your team's good.
Yeah.
And go.
UNB Fred, St. Thomas, and that's it. We had Mount A at one point.
so like it's repetitiveness, but is there like an advantage to that? You think, in a way, like I know it's boring playing the same team, but like you're kind of developing.
I mean, like, I like the off season because, like, Atlantic Blue Wave, you're not gonna get any better. Andrew McNevin, he played Division I baseball. He's that guy who's phenomenal. They run a great program there. I don't think you can get any better anywhere. In season, I mean, coaches change, and there's more like structured programs in like Alberta and Ontario. That's where I want to kind of go to prep school in like grade 11, grade 12 year. I might move out there, get more college attention, but we'll have to see.
Now, is your dad interested, or would you ever like ask him if he would be interested in coaching baseball or no?
Oh, he has before. Like, he coached he probably won professionally, but he coached me playing up until P.E.I. Like,
Well, so I remember refereeing one of your games in spring hockey, and Jim was the coach in that.
So he
yeah,
does,
probably.
so he does a lot outside of just the Islanders.
Yeah, I mean, I used to never be a goon in hockey, but then I broke my wrist in last spring hockey. But I actually got in a fight the game before, and I just kept on punching guy. It was actually Todd Gallant, Kieran Skillant's dad, ref. So he was trying to only act, I was just giving haymakers after that. And I knew that spring hockey was almost over, so just like I just wanted to do.
Well, that's like your last year guys and last year midget. It's like midget A last year, you're gonna just do a shit show as soon as you know you're done for the year.
So are you like right now? You're 14 years old. So are you in public school right now, or are
Yeah.
you?
I
So
really switched her.
now, this tough question, but like being like the son of Jim Hulton, is it like, do people just know you from that? Like when you go into school, and like, is it kind of difficult sometimes? Do you feel like you have to live up to something, or?
Honestly, people just know me as Hockey Authority, if I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, people know me because of me and not because of my dad. I mean, more when I was younger, his friends kind of do, but, like, honestly, not really, no.
And that's what you want to, right? You want a name for yourself.
so
Like,
something-
yeah.
Like, you never want to live through someone else, basically. You want to build something for yourself. So, like, going around school is it something cool then, seeing, like, everyone talking about you, or?
I mean, not really. Like, it's just school is school. I don't really like it. I mean,
No. Many of your
outside
friends
school.
talk about hockey with Halsey?
everyone, but I mean, sometimes I'm just like, I kind of want to zone out and it can get a little much, but.
Get away from it.
Yeah. Do your classmates listen to the podcast?
Oh, everyone in my school does. Like, a lot of guys are walking around rocking my beanies and stuff.
Okay.
I have a bucket hat shipment coming in this week, and they're just going to be dicing. Everyone supports me, so.
That's good.
That's awesome.
So, we got puck drop now in about an hour and a half, hour 25 minutes. So, what do you think the key is tonight for the Islanders to get this thing done and not have to come back to Charlottetown for Game 5? Because I know you don't want that.
Nobody wants it.
Yeah. Don't be soft. Don't be stupid. And play hard.
Don't be
That's a great food.
So,
You should be the coach.
is that so? Like, hearing you talk, is that something that you? I know we're about to amp up Game 4, but like, is that something that you're like, maybe someday become a GM or a coach of a team?
I mean, like, I don't really know now. Once I kind of dissed him and, like, dissed being a coach on NBA, I was like, maybe my last option. I did that, like, on Islanders radio once, but I didn't even have to, see? I mean, right now, like, being a round coach, it definitely seems like a fun job, but I kind of want to be in, like, the more media/equipment side of things.
Yeah,
For sure. I understand that, considering I'm doing this right now.
Well, no, yeah, I was like,
all four of us actually.
Yeah.
well, that's, no, ever since I tried to get into Ryerson there for this upcoming year, just ever since I got hired with the Islanders, and then I'm starting to do stuff with Haas, and now this podcast too. It's, the media side and working inside an organization, it's definitely something I'd like to pursue in the future, yeah.
But back to game 4. So you say don't play stupid. Now, what does that actually mean?
Penalties, because they're the number 1 power play in the league, and with Xavier Perron, Jacques Roy, Tyson Hines, Davis Spacek, you don't want those guys on those.
Oh, yeah, they
keep those
up.
out. You have to be smart. We shut them down for 5 power plays. I think, in my opinion, we have by far the best penalty count in the league. I could
100%,
be
100%.
biased, but I mean, like, just don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Be smart. If someone goes cross-checks you and that, in my opinion, the refs were horrible yesterday.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were interesting.
Game 2's refereeing, were you there for that? Oh my god, that was just otherworldly bad.
I mean, the refs were great. That's all they said. That's all good in the press game. Like, refs are great.
Can't blame the refs. Don't want to get fined.
So did you guys sneak into or just walked into the media room for?
Oh no, we got a press pass. Like,
Got
yeah.
from him.
Yeah, no, my boss, but
Through
yeah.
the official press pass link,
Yeah.
which we are not sharing to anyone.
No, that's Cody's job. I'm
Yeah.
like Cody's understudy kind of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, but like game 4, like, so you're up 2-1. Like, the easiest way to put this is, for me, Patrick Gay's been the deciding factor in this series. How about yourself? Who do you think's been the deciding factor?
Honestly, the whole team. I mean, I think we're a deep team. We have one 17-year-old and one 16-year-old.
So it's a veteran. Like,
It's a veteran
veteran.
team. You're an old team. I don't think anyone's a deciding factor. I just think our team is, if we play good, we play good. We just all have to abide together. We can't be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, shoot the puck.
Oh my god, yeah.
Some
I
of
feel
those
like
power plays.
Sometimes they're looking
Don't
for.
be too cute.
I feel like
Yeah.
they're looking for Patty. On, like, you're looking
Yeah.
I
for.
mean, have confidence in your teammates, but I mean, they went 2 for 5. Like, you can't be a critic all the time.
No, yeah. I noticed that too. It seemed like Simoneau's hockey IQ is just so high that it seems like sometimes his age doesn't catch up to it, and it's like he needs to find that next pass, and sometimes it's just not there. Usually, like, cause he's got a wicked shot himself.
I mean, his shot's unreal, but I'm biased again. I mean, Jakub Bravnik, he been playing outstanding.
Yeah.
That's also probably because him and Shatney, like, want bucket hats from me, but
Nice,
I
nice.
mean, he's just been playing ridiculous.
And we were talking about this last night. No allowing to.
Oh my god, how he's not drafted, I'll never understand.
Yeah.
Well, one of my brother's buddies is Cameron McLean, and he plays for Bathurst. And my brother asked him, "Who do you hate playing against?" And he says, Drew Elliott, Noah Lowen, and Kieran Gallant. Or from Kieran, he's annoying because he just
Doesn't
gets
go
in
away.
your face, doesn't
Yeah.
go away. Noah is scary. And Drew Elliott skates 100,000 miles per hour.
He's
Yeah.
probably got the biggest body in the queue right now too. And
Oh,
probably
yeah.
was one of
Well,
those
I went
things.
to a fitness testing, and surprisingly, not surprisingly, highest bench presses. Noah Lowen, then Xavier Simoneau.
Yeah.
Really?
Bench
Wow.
at 245 is Lowen.
Jeez.
I mean,
Boys can pump.
Well, that's interesting.
He's
Like,
better than me.
I mean, I think Jim Hulton was doing 235 with me the other day.
Wow.
Jimmy,
With the
showing
chest.
off.
Oh
What are you
man.
doing?
125.
Wow, that's even
Damn.
that's pretty good for your age. Like,
Yeah, that's.
Genetics from my grandfather.
I think we'll have to do a Waterboyz left off.
Left off.
Yeah, with the Charlottetowns.
Grant's winning.
yeah, like.
Yeah.
No man.
What-
Drew Elliott after that 245 number.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Oh, Drew Elliott benching 225.
yeah.
You're thinking
No,
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 yeah.
245.
So
Well,
I
geez,
mean,
see Z-Glove started tonight because Robillard got concussed apparently.
I mean, that's a rumor, game time decision.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to see. But, yeah.
I don't think it's much of a downgrade even if it happens, though. Zeglov's in the
Zeglov's
CHL top prospect game.
Seventh overall pick in the import draft. I mean, he's gonna get drafted to the NHL.
Oh, big time.
Shatney's better, but that's. I mean, but yeah.
Just a little bit biased.
No, they're a couple
No,
characters.
not even being biased.
I don't think it'd be.
I know. Like, coming down the stretch of the regular season, Frankie and him were, like, probably the best tandem in the league. Shatney was just as good.
Shatney, like, depending where, like, Frankie goes next year, if he's not here, I definitely don't think Shatney's a bad option.
Oh, no, not at all.
No,
So,
Shatney's
like,
your starter.
If anything happens to Frankie, I mean, I don't think we're in that much of a pain.
No.
I mean,
Like,
the
we've been talking a lot about
save he made
that.
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just
No, we've been talking about that a lot so far. It's like next year, a lot of guys are gonna be leaving, obviously, with how the season went, how the deadline, and all the overages and stuff like that. It's gonna be a different looking team next year. But by no means is it gonna be a horrible team. Like they're still gonna be very good.
We still have lots, but like touching on like you're part of the inside staff.
Yeah.
What's happening with these fans?
Oh.
What do you think of the tickets, and what's your opinion on that?
I honestly I was pretty surprised with how the first few series went with the ticket numbers and stuff. I mean, we got 2,900 and some. I think it was game two.
Cheap night.
Gee, it was cheap night. It
Yeah.
was $10 tickets and $4 beers. Probably brought some people out.
Yes.
But honestly, I think it's some of the best fans in the league. I mean, I could obviously be a bit biased
What do
too,
you
but
feel about that?
that rink is loud as hell.
I think it should be sold out.
I do.
I mean,
100%.
we're the
Yeah.
only arena in the league that's not sold out. Sherbrooke, that crowd was
Yeah.
like self-explanatory. The only people with that, like Shawinigan, they have like 6,000 seats. They're sold out. I mean P.E.I, but like, I definitely like, in my opinion, the gas prices are hurting people from getting to games. I mean, like, and buying tickets. The playoff tickets are more expensive. You have to on the media, on the inside stuff. Everyone is, but I mean, P.E.I, listen, get here if there's a game 5.
Oh,
There's a
big
finals. Get here. I don't want to see a single seat remaining in the Easton Center.
Like what was it? Was it last week? I gave my big speech to all Islanders to
Yeah.
come on out, support your boys in Black. It was cold.
I mean, if we make it to the finals or if game 5, I'm gonna go to my photocopy, print out 100 like graphics, go put over everywhere in Charlottetown.
Oh, yeah.
Because like with such a small market in Charlottetown, I mean like it's hard to get it out there with just a couple people.
No, and that's one thing that came to me too was with the finals. If they make it to the finals, was just P.E.I. Like I said, we've had a junior franchise since '96. Rocket, we struggled through those years. Now we got the Islanders and 4 to the 5 past seasons, semifinals appearances, but that big finals one still has eluded us. And I think this is the year they get there, and I think P.E.I.'s going nuts right
I
now.
still have an anxiety from last year. I mean, we're in the same situation. We blew it. What we need to take a different approach. Let's get there. But if there's a game 5, we better be behind them.
Loud.
But despite not being sold out, I think this has been some of the loudest P.E.I. we ever heard. Been super loud. Definitely helps having Hockey guy back in the building. But
So I gotta ask you before we let you go here. Will you say something to your dad, like if they lose tonight, like what the hell was going on out there? Like, is that what you would say?
no.
No.
I just won't say anything.
No, I think P.E.I.'s got enough characters that no matter how many people we got in that building, it's gonna be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't even want to think about. Like,
Game 5.
No.
I just think we focus on game 4. Where are you guys watching game tonight?
I gotta work. Coaches, me and Cody are going there to do the broadcast.
Yeah.
Broadcast? What's that?
It's like a watch party.
Yeah.
So me and Cody go and we set up the broadcast. For
Are you guys gonna go get some more glizzies at Coaches or what's that?
Oh,
Yes.
after they put mustard on chili, no way. We're going for the wings.
Wait
So-
to take 50.
Are you guys going back to Coaches then?
Yeah, we'll probably go there.
All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna wrap this thing up because we gotta,
I gotta work here in half an hour.
yeah, we gotta get ready for game time. So anyway, we appreciate you coming on here, Lucas Hulton, either known as that or Hockey with Hulty, his podcast. So go check that out. We'll leave that in the description too, because we appreciate you coming on. You're the youngest guest on the Waterboyz ever. You probably will always have that record.
I mean, never
guess.
know.
I don't know.
Zach Blood's the second, right? My brother's friends with him. He's
Zach
second.
Blood.
Zach Blood's second right now.
Yeah, like him and Lucas do set their high school.
Yeah.
Or they were
Yeah.
still high school. I forgot it's still, May.
Yeah.
But anyway, Grant, tell these folks, where they can find us.
Well, as you know now, you're either on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. So make sure to follow along or like and subscribe and hit that bell if you're on YouTube. Never miss an episode. To figure out who's winning Game 5 if there is one, make sure to follow along on Waterboyz_media on Instagram and on Twitter at Waterboyz. So, other than that...
Grant, you know what to do already. It's been 25 episodes or something.
Oh, yeah.